Basically, if you talk about the ligament injuries of the knee, the main ligament or the most common ligament that you will encounter in your practice is a ACL ligament. ACL ligament is also called as an anterior cruciate ligament. Now, anterior cruciate ligament is basically the anterior ligament of the knee, and it is responsible for the anterior posterior stability of the knee as well as the rotational stability of the knee. So, anybody of you would like to comment in how many patients of ACL is surgical treatment recommended? In which patient we can offer a non-surgical option or a non-surgical treatment? Injury can be divided into partial tear or a complete tear or a full thickness tear. So all total injuries or full thickness ACL tears will need a ligament reconstruction, and rest everything will be a physiotherapy. So in the ACL injury, it can be divided into two parts. One is a patient who is been presented to you with a ligament injury and which is a non-complete injury. So that's a partial tear, and you want to rehabilitate them with physiotherapy. And the second group of
Okay.
patients that you will get will be those patients in which the surgery has been done. Okay. So now we'll just be talking about the surgical part. So if the patient is undergone a surgery, you need to ask the patient that which surgery is there. So, or you can see the papers, which surgery has been done. So there can be two groups. One is a pure patient in which an ACL reconstruction surgery has been done. Now in this patient, there will be a very classical and a different rehabilitation. And there will be another group in which there will be a rehabilitation following a ACL along with another procedure which is performed. And what other procedures can be performed? The other procedures which can be performed are either a ligament reconstruction like PCL ligament reconstruction, MCL ligament reconstruction or repair, or LCL. So on the medial side of the knee, there is a medial collateral ligament. On the lateral side of the knee, there is a lateral collateral ligament. And then you can have both the meniscus side which can be repaired. So essentially two groups of patients. The first group is a pure ACL injury rehabilitation. So those patients who have a pure ACL injury, there is nothing else. A simple ACL reconstruction surgery has been done. Then in those patients, the rehabilitation can be accelerated or fast. Now, previously there was a the concept is now based. Previously, the concept was based on a strict phases. Now it is not. It is basically the concept is based on progression. Now what that means is, okay, previously on one day do this, 2 day you do this, 1 week you do this, 3 days you do this, 1 week you do this, 10 days you do this. So it was very strict protocol. But nowadays it is a progression based protocol. It's not a paradigm. It's not a fixed protocol. So what does a progression based protocol means? That you assess the development and improvement of the patient with every stage, and then you will improve the treatment options after that. So if the patient is doing good, you can start a little bit faster. If the patient is not doing that good, you can go little slow. So once the patient you see in a immediately post-op period, like today the surgery has been done and you are seeing the patient today. Okay. And what are the
Okay.
things you will tell the patient at that time, and what you will do, ask with the surgeon. If anybody wants to interact, it will be much better because it will be like a discussion thing. Dhruva or
Yeah.
anybody?
Uh,
You are seeing a
Sir.
patient immediately post-op, the surgery has been done. What you would like to see
Hmm.
and what you will like to uh, see in that patient, and how you would like to progress.
Hmm.
What are the
Basic.
important things in the first phase?
First phase basic मतलब ankle to movement
Yes,
exercises
very good.
and SQE and VMO after consult with the surgeon,
Very good.
and after at a day if it is allowed or not we have to discuss, but after 1 or 2 days we can also go for that.
Good. So basically, immediately post-op, the rehabilitation in physiotherapy is two parts. One is the surgery itself, and
Hmm.
the other part is the prevention of surgical problems or surgical complications. So there are two major
Okay.
surgical complications in the immediate post-operative phase. One is
Hmm.
blood clots, that is also called as deep
Yeah.
venous thrombosis, and other is
Hmm.
the patient is because immobile for so long he can have chest related problems. So initial period when you
Okay.
see the patient first, before starting
Hmm.
the exercises which are specific for the knee, start
Hmm.
exercises which are good for his chest and for the prevention of blood clots. So deep breathing exercise number one, and the ankle
Okay.
toe pumping exercise as you told. So this
Hmm.
basically
Yeah.
the ankle toe pumping exercise will prevent any kind of blood clots and deep venous thrombosis, and chest physiotherapy will
Okay.
prevent
Hmm.
uh, any kind of a immobilization related issues. Okay,
Okay.
like any
Elevation will help.
yes.
Elevation of
So
ankle.
this is the first phase. So you elevation is definitely important, and we want to
Okay.
reduce the swelling in the operating part. So then
Hmm.
you can reduce the swelling by two ways. Number one,
Hmm.
you can start the patient with ankle and toe pumping exercises. Second is leg and
Yes.
elevation, and
Hmm.
third is you can use a local ice application. So that
Okay.
also reduces the swelling in
Hmm.
the patient. So
Okay.
immediate part, reduction of the swelling, these three things can be done.
Okay.
Now we come to the knee specific physiotherapy or knee specific exercises that needs to be done. Now knee
After
specific
how many
physiotherapy,
days? Hmm.
Haji, any questions?
After how many days? Three after 3 days or
Yes. So that is very good question. So when we need to start knee specific physiotherapy in the patient.
hmm.
Now this will depend on the surgery which has been done. Now presently
Okay.
what I am talking about is a pure ACL reconstruction surgery without
Okay
any
then.
other ancillary surgeries being performed. So in
Hmm.
this group of patient, you can start the knee specific physiotherapy from the day one. So if you
Okay.
are seeing the patient on the same day or the next day of the surgery, you can start the physiotherapy straight away without any problems.
Okay.
Now, when you are doing a knee specific physiotherapy in these patients, you need to see three things. First thing that we have already discussed, reduction in the swelling, because whenever we do any procedure or any swelling, the surgery, there will be swelling in the knee. So reduction of the
Hmm.
swelling, three things: elevation, ankle toe movement exercises, and ice application. Okay. So
Okay.
these three things for
Hmm.
swelling reduction. Second important thing you need to assess at this point of time is there is a very important concept. A flexed position of the knee is a painless position of the knee. So what happens is when the patient is having had the surgery, he must have some little bit of pain, and if he wants to be in position of comfort, he'll keep his knee in a flexion position.
Okay.
Okay, so when the patient will keep the knee in flexion position, the extension will be difficult, and then they may cause, if he keeps this position for long time, he may develop a fixed flexion deformity of the knee.
Yes, this is the main reason because after surgery.
Yes. So fixed flexion deformity of
Okay.
this after the surgery is very common, and this is because that
Hmm.
the position of flexion is a comfortable position for the knee. So if the
Okay.
patient will keep the knee in little bit of flexion like 5 degrees or 10 degrees, he'll feel good. So the
Hmm.
second thing after the surgery that you need to teach the patient and you need to achieve is a full extension. Even if the
Okay.
patient has a little bit of pain, he should keep his knee absolutely straight, and it should be straight, and that is the reason why we give brace to the patient. And at that point
Yes.
of time, it is important that the patient should keep the knee absolutely straight without any bending of the knee at that time. Okay, and
Okay.
then you can start the patient, that you can start firing of the quadriceps and pressing of the knee down. So you can start knee pressing exercises and quadriceps firing exercises. So the static
Okay.
quadriceps and other exercises, SLRs and other exercises, you can start at that point of time. So this
Hmm.
is the first visit of the patient when you are seeing it. The other thing you need to confirm with the operating surgeon is the weight bearing. Say how much weight bearing is
Yeah.
allowed. So in this subgroup, pure ACL, usually full weight bearing is allowed. So the patient can be mobilized with either a crutches or a walker and brace. So as we were discussing, knee brace is two functions. Knee brace, first thing is it will keep the knee in absolutely straight position. It will prevent the fixed flexion deformity. That is number one. So that's why it is very important to put the weight while sleeping. So because at the time of the sleep, the patient will try to keep the knee in the bend position, flex position, and then it will be difficult for them to straighten the knee. Okay.
Okay.
So keep the brace on in the night initially. That is very important. For initial period, initial first phase, it is very important to keep the brace on in the night. And when you are walking, then the second purpose of the brace comes up, that is protection. Because we have done a fresh surgery, we have done a ligament reconstruction, and we want to protect it initially. So the protection is second advantage of the brace, and that is when you are walking. Now, recent trends suggest that brace can be weaned off very fast. You don't need to keep the brace on for long time, like month or two, 1.5 months. If your patient is good, you can wean the brace back in 7 days to 10 days comfortably if it is a pure ACL reconstruction surgery.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is the first visit. After that, you will go in the first phase. Now, first phase is the phase till the removal of stitches. So, anybody of you know when is the sutures removed in cases of any ligament injuries? If any sutures have been put?
Sir, 7 to 10 days.
So, this is very important question, and you must understand that the sutures are removed at a time when healing is done. And if you go from top to bottom, that is, you go from the scalp to foot, the healing rate decreases. Am I clear? So any injury to the scalp or the face, you can remove the stitches in 5 to 7 days. And as you go down, the healing rate will decrease. So the duration of the stitches needs to be increased. For example, if you are doing any shoulder stitches, it is usually removed in 7 to 10 days. If you are doing elbow, it is around 10 days. If you are doing hand and wrist, it is around 12 to 13 days. If you are doing hip surgery, again around 10 days, 15 days. For knee surgeries, around 15 days. And if you are doing foot and ankle surgeries, it will be maybe around 2 to 3 weeks. So farther you go from the top to the bottom, the more duration it will need to stitches to heal. So for knee, it will take around approximately 2 weeks. For shoulder, it is faster. And for face, it is very fast. So face, if you have any stitches on your face, you need to remove them early. Okay. Any other reason that you know for that?
Exactly. My question is that what is the mechanism behind blood circulation?
So healing has got two parts. Healing and scarring.
Okay.
So once the healing will be complete, and if you allow the stitches to remain beyond that, then they will cause scarring. So supposedly there is a laceration on your face, and we put 2 stitches on your face.
Okay.
And ideally it is said, the surgeon said that you get these stitches removed in 5 to 7 days. And supposedly you forget that. And then you go to the surgeon to remove the stitches after 2 to 3 weeks. The surgeon will remove the stitches, but there will be a scar which will be there, which will be permanent. Okay. So you need a good healing, but excessive time, if you keep them, then there will be scarring. Okay. So there are two things. One is that the tissue which is closer to the main line of the body the vascularity is more, so healing is fast. And so if you supposedly on the face, the healing is very good. On the scalp region, the healing is very good. So these are very highly vascular structures. So in those, healing are very good. So you can put the stitches, remove them very fast. But as you go down, the healing decreases because the vascularity decreases. Because there is no collateral circulation. So there is one vessel which is going till the foot. So for the foot and ankle, the vascularity is very, very poor because only one vessel is going. There is no collateral circulation.
Okay.
So poor vascularity, you need to protect them for a long period of time. Okay. So usually the sutures are removed at around 2 weeks of time. So till the sutures are removed, what you can do is you can start knee bending exercises. You can start strengthening exercises, 0 to 90 degree range of motion exercises. And then you can start a progressive weight bearing as tolerated with the pain. So how much the patient is comfortable putting the weight, you can allow him to put the weight. The important thing is you don't allow the patient active extension from 30 to 40 degrees to 0 degrees, because that becomes a open chain exercise, and we don't recommend open chain exercises initially in the rehabilitation of ACL. Okay. And as I told you, whenever you are walking, use a brace. So that will keep your knee straight in 0 degree of extension. And initial period, only ice application, no heat application. So if you want to do any modalities, you can do cryo, but you should not do a heat modality. Okay. And this is the first phase. And this point of time, you can start SLR also, straight leg raising test. And you can start the extension exercise in all the parameters. You can use a towel or a pillow beneath the knee and ask the patient to press the knee. So this is the first. And then you can start slowly prone knee bending exercise as well. Okay. And once these stitches are removed, so 2 weeks ideal time for stitch removal, then start that second phase, phase 2. Phase 2, you need to start increasing the range of motion. So now you can do range of motion from 0 to 130 degrees. And now you can start the patient to climb upstairs and downstairs slowly. You can ask the patient to full weight bear, and you can discontinue walker and crutches if the patient is using slowly. So you have to wean it off slowly. And this point of time, you can slowly start. There are 4 very good exercises, which are half squats, lunges, leg presses, and basically stair climbing or stair climbing exercises basically. So these are the 4 exercises that you can start at this point of time. And up to 6 weeks of time, this same protocol will go slowly, and you will assess the progression of the patient, and you will increase the physiotherapy rehabilitation protocols. If the rehabilitation is slow, go slow. If it is fast, you can go faster. Then start is the third stage of rehabilitation, that starts from the 6th week, 1.5 months to around 3 to 4 months of time. And at this time, full range of motion is achieved. You can start full range of motion exercises. You can start the patient descending chairs, ascending chairs. You can start more squats, so more full squat, lunges, leg presses, and other exercises. You can slowly take the patient to gym if he wants. If the patient is sports person doing exercises regularly, you can take him to the gym. Okay. And then after 3 to 4 months, then you can start a slow return to sports starting. Okay. So what that will include is plyometric exercise. What is plyometric?
High intensity exercises.
Yes. Plyometry is basically a jumping exercises. And plyometric is basically eccentric and concentric contraction. So the patient lands on the ground and then take a lift. So lands and lift. That is basically the plyometric exercises that the patients do. Okay. So plyometric exercises can be started in 4th phase, that is after 3 to 4 months. And this is the time when we are building the patient to go back to the sports. He is not actually participating in sports, but he is planned to go back to the sports. And then comes the final final phase, that is the fifth phase, actual return to sports. And there you need to assess the comparison of the normal knee with the opposite knee. And if the normal knee is around 90% of the strength of the opposite knee, that is the normal knee, then he is fit to go back to the sports. Okay, so what you can do is you can do a single hop test, or you can do a jump test. So you can see if the patient normal knee and the injured knee, what is the difference. If the injured knee is 90% fit as compared to the non-injured knee, then you are good. You can start the uh, 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 sports, full functionality of in the sports. Actual sports can be started. Okay, so this is basically about ACL rehabilitation. Now we have two questions. One is about proprioception. So proprioception is very important. Proprioception is basically the feeling of balance, and that usually will come with the physiotherapy only. And plyometric exercise, as I told you, is very important in achieving proprioception. And there are some surgical tricks that we do. So sometimes I will take your surgical class, and in that we can explain you what kind of surgeries we do, in which we try to prevent, or we try to preserve the proprioception, that is the balance of the patient. Okay. And contraction of the wound, yes sir. So initially till the suture removal, we usually recommend only icing or the ice application. And after that, when we remove the stitches, you can start all other your modalities. So you can start ultrasounds, etc. after the second week. And then you can start, if there is a scarring, you can start compression therapy for the scar after 2 weeks. Okay.
Hello, sir. Myself, Himakshi.
Yes,
Sir, I wanted to ask you that I have one patient. She has ACL injury, but it was partial. So we had started with physiotherapy,
very good.
and she was quite okay. And after, I guess, 3 months means we discharge her from the physiotherapy treatment and ask her for strengthening, and her all the activities were normal as well.
Okay.
But sir, she has a complaint that whenever she has like high intensity work, like for example she's a player, so whenever she has a cricket tournament and all that, then after that she has pain and same kind of
Fatigue.
instability problem.
Yes,
Then
yes.
sir,
So
yes, fatigue as well.
so basically, as I told you, so the indications of this is basically there's a phenomenon called as a ACL Cooper. So some patients who have low demands can cope up with partially injured ACL and will not need surgery in their life. But there will be some patients who will not cope up. And if the patient is having instability episodes or locking episodes or these kind of mechanical instability, difficulty in playing sports, then these are the patients which should be considered for ACL reconstruction surgery. Because what they happen is whenever there is these episodes, they will damage the knee further. So these are rotational stresses on the knee, and these patients will have damage in their ligaments and meniscus injuries if they continue to play on that injured knee. So these patients who have functional instability, who have difficulty in playing, locking episode, instability episodes, these patients should be advised surgical intervention.
Thank you, sir.
Low demand patients who are at home, who are not doing anything, and if they don't do anything, these patients can be managed non-operatively.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a patient who has a partial injury, but
Yes.
she has a pain after 1 year when
Yes.
she cross her knees, and so mild pain is present there. It is okay, or
Usually
something?
what happens is, usually a patient who is presenting to you with a pain which is
Hmm.
after a long duration of his primary injury. So let's say the injury is
Yes.
1 year back, 2 year back, and he has healed
Hmm.
well, and he everything is fine, and then he starts
Yes.
pain. Then you should think of
Hmm.
something else. So most of these patients may have a meniscus injury or a meniscus
Okay.
tear which has set up in this period. So ideally these patients should be advised an MRI scan to actually look for the status of the ligament itself and the meniscus.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
as I told you, this all thing that I have explained is basically a guide for a pure ACL reconstruction surgery. If the patient is advised or has been done a surgery which is additional, like a ACL with PCL, ACL with MCL, ACL with LCL, or ACL with a meniscus repair surgery, then this all rehabilitation will slow down. Then your range of motion, your knee bending and weight bearing, everything can be slowed down. And it may take around twice as more time as the regimen that I have told you. So you need to ask and you need to compare, you need to confirm with the operating surgeon what exactly has been done and how fast can we go as far as the rehabilitation is concerned. Okay.
Okay.
So this is, thank you from my side. Any questions? I'll still